What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham. You're watching the Idol Breakdown. I'm your host, former runner-up, or as my football coach likes to say, first place loser. We got a packed show. Let's get into it, and let's start with Jordan McCullough.
All my life you have been faithful. Oh, yes, you have.
Jordan, wonderful way to start the show. They are consistently front-loading the show, these past 3 episodes, where I think the best singers are in the beginning, and Jordan follows this trend. What I want you to pay attention to Jordan about is his dynamics, and when he goes big, it's big and it's awesome. When it goes down and soft, it's down and it's soft and it's awesome. And it's 2 different skills. You can know a lot of singers this episode and in general on this season are great at choruses. They're great at big. They're great at wow. That's what usually gets them through to the judges. And the thing that makes Jordan and true blue monster singers stand out is how good are they at the low stuff, the verses. Can they get you there? And Jordan got me there. What I loved about Jordan is he was churchy in the element of believability and sincerity. So most of the time when people say, oh yeah, grew up in church, I can tell you did, it's the way they choose their vowels, it's the way they sing, it's the way they run, it's different stylistic choices and stylistic things that you see in them that screams church. For me, Jordan screams church because it felt like he was just worshiping. And Carrie said it too. It just felt like worship. Didn't feel like you were performing. And it's exactly what it felt. And that is goals. That is total goals. He is up for the running of my favorite audition. If you chose him in the tournament competition, tournament bracket, I don't know what to call it yet. You could be right. I'll tell you at the end. Isaiah Morrow. Nice, authentic rock voice. Had a lot of rock this episode. He doesn't have, when you think of monster rock voices, he doesn't have like blow you away power, but in my opinion, doesn't need it. There are a lot of great, like I think of Bryan Adams. I think of a number of rock singers that don't have that explosive vocal power, and he doesn't, but I don't really care. Thought he was great. Brett Carlisle. This is a true blue rocker. He's been in a band for a long time, long blonde hair. He has a great voice, especially his upper range is so clear and so pure. His technique is so nice, and it's really nice he's just very pleasant to listen to when he's up there. You're not scared of him missing anything or straining or being uncomfortable because he looks comfortable up there, and the notes are great. He had a couple pitch issues, but they weren't severe, but those could get cleaned up. I want to remind you to like and subscribe to this video. And I usually tell you why, and I'll tell you why again. It's because the vast majority of the views of these YouTube videos come by suggesting it to other people. And YouTube will do that to more people when they see you liking and subscribing, because YouTube will be like, oh, okay, this video is actually pretty good. I'm going to show it to more people. So if you'd like to support the channel with no commitment, just click like. Subscribe to does nothing to you. It's free and doesn't blow you up with notifications or spam. And if you want to know when these come out, I've got a couple notification bells checked for other YouTubers. And because I just don't want to miss when they post stuff. I want to be aware of it at least. If that's you for this channel, that's another thing you can do. Madison Moon. This was really cool, and you might not have noticed, but Madison is singing this in a different time signature than the original. So the original is in 4/4, and she sings it in 6/8. Let me tell you what that means. So 4/4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you hear the original as when you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye, just like an angel. That's how it goes, right? Skin makes me cry. She goes 6/8, which is, instead of counting 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's more of like a waltz. So it's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. 4, 5, 6, so 1, 2, 3, just like an angel. Skin makes me cry. What it does is it gives way more space for her to sing, for her to sit in some things. You especially notice it in the chorus. The original chorus is a lot quicker. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. 6/8, there's so much more space. So at first I thought she was adding like an extra bar, but it's actually just a different time signature being 6/8, and it extends that space way out. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2. I'm a creep. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm a weirdo. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Tell me, what am I doing here? 4, 5, 6. It's just another vibe. Other songs that are in 6/8 that are really common. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Just gives a different groove, different feel. Makes your head move a little differently. And I've never heard Creep in 6/8, but she murdered it. And she's got runs for days, and they're sneaky runs. They're not like your gospel R&B runs that you're used to. They are like Carrie Underwood or Kelly Clarkson runs. They are emotional rock pop runs that really elevate the emotion given in the performance. So Madison is up there too. Jordan and Madison are neck and neck right now. I still haven't made up my mind on who's my favorite of the episode. Phil and Lee.
When a man loves one man.
Sings another 6/8 song, When a Man Loves a Woman. When a 1, 2, 3, 4 loves a woman. And he kind of mixes it up a bit, where instead of like what I just sang, where it's this, when a man loves a woman, it's more of a sincere, emotional ballad. And all of a sudden, when he started to sing that, it felt like he knew what it was like to love a woman, and he wanted me to understand what it was really like. That's how I felt when he started to sing it, just by making it this piano ballad. So instead of like the normal tempo of like, when a man loves a woman, instead he slows it way down like this. Piano ballad, true and true. When a man loves a woman, pulls you in. It pulls you in is what I'm saying, especially because it's different than the original. Now I want to hear, I've sung that song a million times. I've heard that song a million times, but all of a sudden when he sang it like that, with the tempo slowed down and with the sincerity in his voice and his eyes open, I wanted to know what it's like when a man loves a woman. I was hanging on every word like he was about to tell me something I never heard before. Next we have Livy. I thought Livy was good. I thought she had moments of 10 out of 10, moments of holy cow, what a voice. I thought for the most part, maybe 70% of the performance, there's a little bit of instability in the pitch. She did do better after the judges gave her a note and was like, hey, let's slow down a little bit and really mean this. Kind of like what Film and Lee did. She's got some work to do to put all the pieces together, but chorus sounds like a superstar. And again, when she strikes gold in her voice, it's gold. Now the next step is elevate everything to that level. Then we have Miyoko. This is what happens when you say yes to Baby Got Back Guy. Now, everyone that you feel like is at that level or better, you're like, well, then we have to put him through. We have to. It basically, this sounds harsh, but just by definition, it lowers the standard for what you had previously had for who gets to go through. That being said, I think Miyoko is great. And I think vocally, ability, presentation, although it's intense, is very, very good. And I think she's in a different league than Baby Got Back Guy. It's kind of apples and oranges because they're two totally different things. And Baby Got Back Guy has a great voice. But that's the conflict that I see happening. And I just kind of brings you back to you just can't let anybody in. You got to have a high standard. And with that high standard that I think they should have, I think I'd let Miyoko in. The only thing that I struggle with is she going to continue to sing in Japanese? If she is, I don't think she has a chance to do anything on American Idol, because I don't think she's going to get America to vote for her if they can't understand what she's saying. Just the theory. She is very eccentric, has a great voice. The guys say yes, Carrie says no. I totally understand saying yes. I totally understand saying no. I would advise her, do not chase Carrie's yes. I know it seems innocent enough to do that and to even say it and feel that and want that. But I got 2 yeses and a no on my audition, and Harry Connick Jr. told me no, and I fought for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks in the show to just win him over, and it was a pursuit that was not worth having. Because you gotta let, whether it's Harry Connick Jr. or Carrie Underwood or some random dude on Twitter or X, you're gonna have people that aren't into what you're doing. It is the artistic tax that you have to pay. There are gonna be people who are like, no, I don't care who you are. I don't care how. Did you know there are people that don't like Whitney Houston's voice? You know what I mean? So, long way to say, do not chase Carrie's yes. She should do exactly what she's doing and stay true to her, and don't worry about what Carrie likes. Don't worry about getting her yes. You just be the best you can be, and if there's a way to get it, that's the way to get it, ironically. Vincent.
How come you look so close?
Vincent was great. Huge voice, tons of just purity in his tone, great dynamics. Verse sounded amazing. Chorus sounded amazing. He can do the big, he can do the low. And then Luke said no. That was pretty interesting to me. Carrie was shocked. They kind of did a little montage of Luke and Carrie disagreeing with each other, kind of leading up to this moment. And I was scratching my head a bit on that one. I'm pretty surprised he said no. Luckily, Lionel and Carrie say yes. Every once in a while, there are contestants like this that do great, and you're just like, how? Why were they not 3 yeses? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Vincent got through, and I'm happy about that. Just a quick heads up. If you want more American Idol content like I'm making, I have channel memberships. There's the Groove Crew tier, which is $5 a month and gets you my no filter, unedited video of the day. It's the day after the show airs. So it's like this video, except I just say exactly what I feel, and I'm not quite as... Kind isn't the right word. I just have no filter, and I just say exactly what I think, and I keep moving on. Also, you get to enter into a prediction contest. Once the live show started, it'll be about who's going home. But right now, we have started. You are predicting who my favorite audition of this episode was. So right now, if it's closed now, but right now, if you pick Jordan or Madison, you're in the running. I don't think anyone... Well, we'll keep going, and I haven't quite decided yet. But if you want to jump in that competition, I would love that. And then we'll start having a leaderboard once we actually start getting votes in and scores at the end of the video. And at the end of the year, at the end of the season, rather, whoever gets the most points gets the Idol Oracle trophy that you will have in the mail with a handwritten note from me. That is real physical hardware there. And then there's the Inner Circle tier, which is $10 a month. It's all the same perks as the Groove Crew tier, but you also get a rotating question featured in every breakdown. I'll pick one question that you submit to ask in the breakdown. And also, any questions that I don't answer in the breakdown, there's going to be an ongoing private voice note Q&A where I answer every Inner Circles member in a voice memo, basically on my phone. So you'll submit your questions, I'll hit them, and I'll answer all of them. And it's kind of like a continual 24/7 Q&A just from me to you. Totally optional, but if you want behind the scenes stuff and thoughts and some extra content, that's where you can get them. All right, let's talk about Lonnie.
Don't know who I am without you. I got it bad, baby.
Man, there is something so powerful about someone believing in you before you believe in yourself. I had that as a kid, and I remember very specifically few people in my life that believed in me before I believed in myself. And the only time I ever got emotional and teary when I was on American Idol was when they were asking me about hometown visit and how important it was. And I said something to the effect of, it's just so meaningful that I get to prove the people who believed in me before I believed in myself right. That I get to prove to them that they were right about me. And it is very, very powerful. And this is the case with her dad. Praying for her dad for just total healing and for him to have a restored liver miraculously, or a perfect liver transplant operation for him. And I thought that you can see a lot of emotion in her when she's singing, which when you have things like that happen to you, tragedy in any way, you're kind of forced, life forces you to be in touch with emotions because they're coming. And I feel like you can see that when she sings. Overall, all the singers on this episode eyes are open and they are emotionally connecting to everything, and it really stands out. Same way here. I thought she's a good singer. Chorus was better than the verse at first. I was like, okay. She comes across right out of the gate as a good singer. Then the chorus hits. It's like, oh, there's something special. Great embellishments when she would choose to do a run or anything that deviates from the norm in the song. It was always tasteful, and she always executed. Then we have Jackie Bluebird.
I'm out the door, you tear a man down like Roger Moore.
Melinda Doolittle and Ryan Seacrest run around Belmont trying to find someone to audition. I am shocked that they didn't find like 5 or 6 absolute bona fide monsters, because Belmont is swimming with them. Nashville is my hometown. Belmont is just 30 minutes away from this room that I'm in right now. And every time I get in a writing session with someone from Belmont, they bring the juice. And so I am surprised that they struggled a little bit, it seemed, or maybe that was just part of the fun. But I thought Jackie was nice. I thought she was good. She was interesting. She's very sincere and personable, very easy to like, very easy to cheer for. I thought she was a smile. That's what makes me, that's what I want to say when I think about Jackie. It's like, I thought she was good. I don't think she has, I'm afraid that she doesn't have anything that makes her stand out. I could totally be wrong, would love to be wrong, but I thought she was nice. Nyla Martin. Sings an Aretha Franklin song. Showstopper voice. A little loose on the top notes. I think that the very top is a little squirrely. And it's good and it's strong and people are impressed by it, but it shows just a little bit of imperfection when you could just show us perfection. And that would go a lot farther when someone gets done singing and you're like, that was flawless. That's more impressive than, wow, she sang so high. I mean, it was pretty strong. I mean, there was like a little bit of a pitch thing or just a little something off, but I mean, the fact that she can just get up there. You take flawless and you take that, flawless wins every time. So, where it felt like her gold was right underneath those top notes. So her top note that she sang was an F sharp, which is right here. From right underneath that, about right here, a high D, which is very, very, very high already. From this area, she was golden. Sounded like a superstar, perfect, best part of her range, which is very impressive because that's very high. I would stay there and lower. I would advise her not to go higher up to that F sharp note and anywhere around there. I think that is where her voice starts to break up. Her control starts to get a little unstable. And I don't think it's worth it. I think it's more powerful to just show people what you can do perfectly instead of show people what you can't do perfectly. But I'm being pretty nitpicky because she's definitely one of the better singers of the episode. Let's talk about Christian Brown.
Because you are the reason for the way that I feel.
I thought Christian had some pitch issues, and honestly, I didn't think he should have gone through. If I was a judge, I think I would have given him a no. Very sweet with his dad. Here's the thing though, he does deliver the message very well. Just like a lot of the contestants on the show, his eyes are open and he's giving the message and you're feeling what the song is saying. I just didn't think vocally he was quite on the level that you need to be to go far, especially in Hollywood Week when you are 300 or 400, one of 300 or 400 singers, and the first cut is like 50%. I think he might get lost in that cut. I hope I'm wrong. Next, we've got Julianne.
The misfits, always doing things that they don't get. Tough from taking on.
She's your classic indie songwriter, songbird girl. Her song that she wrote talks about not fitting in and being a misfit. And Lionel said, I'm a fan of doesn't fit. And I could not think of a better way to say that, a better way to give a thought about that audition. She's different. She is different than anybody there. She doesn't have this crazy big range, crazy big power, but she has ingenuity. She has a lot of creativity in her songs and her songwriting, and she doesn't fit, and that's why I like her so much. I am really interested to see if she can develop and give us some more stuff. throughout the show, throughout the competition. Carrie's a little curious, like, where do you fit as an artist? I think it's very, 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 very clear where she fits as an artist. I mentioned Alec Benjamin last episode. That's kind of the vibe. This like introspective, indie, hipster kind of soul where they just write like 1 billion songs a week and they just let it out and it just keeps going. Bryn is another example of an artist that I feel like she could kind of follow. True the Star is next. I thought he was great. Lost his mom and is singing for her. Gone through a lot, and you can see that when he sings. Got a great talent, got a great voice to pair that emotional connection with. There wasn't anything that really grabbed me about True, his audition specifically. I just came away saying, that's a great voice. And whether it's me not knowing what else to say or just having no notes, that's all I had. Nothing wrong with it. Just all I've got is great for True. Kiera Howell.
Get on out of here, get on up and leave. Ain't no devil gonna tread on.
I could tell she was pretty nervous. She said she was really nervous. I think she called someone sir, like Carrie sir or Lionel ma'am or something. And then she talked about how nervous she was. I think she got a powerful voice. I think you could feel some of the shakiness of nerves that everybody gets them. I think she's got great pieces and they're 90% together. She's very young. I think she's 16 or 17. Carrie said she's versatile. Totally agree. I think she could do a lot of different things. I think she's very close. She's got, like I said, she's got a lot of great pieces. They're just not all together, about 90% there. I think I would say come back in a couple years. I think in a couple years, all those pieces will be together and she'll be a monster. But the thing is, those pieces are so good and she's so close that it's hard to just say, I know I'm only 16, but if I'm good enough to go far, like how do I say no and not just audition, just try. And I get that. And that's usually where the judges come in and say, you need a couple years. But she's good enough to go through, according to them. I think she's good enough, absolutely good enough to go through. I just think she's got some pieces to put together, and they're not quite there yet. Let's talk about ending the show with Roel.
Maybe this time you hurt like I do.
Finally, an emotional gut punch that feels good. Instead of just really hard times, we got tears of joy from me instead of tears of hurt and pain. Roel, wow. Beautiful tone. Such a great example of being able to do everything, the big and the low, the high and the low, the big and the soft. Her verse, just the first verse was so good. I could have just listened to that. And she could have never done any big belting notes or the chorus or any runs. Just her tone and the verse, mesmerizing. Then she does kick it into gear and does the chorus. She has and gives everything that you would want in a singer. She's got great control, great technique. So her stamina is going to be 10 out of 10. And Hollywood Week, when people are losing their voices, I would bet my house that she's not going to lose her voice unless she gets like a cold or something. Great clarity there. I could just listen to her all day. Luke said the perfect thing for her. He said, first time someone's given me the right experience of that song. He said, I've heard that song a lot, but this is the first time someone gave me the right experience. And that was so poignant because that's the goal. You can sing the song well, but the experience should be connected to the message and the emotion of what the song, what the lyrics are behind. And you can connect that to your vocal ability and all of that to the emotion, then you have the right experience. And that's exactly what she did. She's got a great voice. She's got a great emotional connection. She's She's nailing it. And this, ooh, she might be my favorite. Oh, shoot. All right, we got a three-way tie for me right now for my favorite between Roel, Jordan, and Madison. Oh, that's tough. Okay, I think it's between Jordan and Roel. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Roel. Roel is my favorite of the episode. Jordan was great. He just had a little bit of some pitch issues, and the top notes, just barely, man. I mean, Roel had nothing wrong. I mean, everything was right. This is a perfect audition. So if you predicted on the Google form that Roel is my favorite, you have gotten points, correct? Congratulations, you've gotten this right. If you'd like to join, you can hit the join button below this video. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me out a lot. Notification bell so you know when this stuff comes on. If you want to get in on the fun of the prediction contest, first you have to join as a Groove Crew member or Inner Circle. Then you go to posts on my channel. Go to my channel. Then go to posts, and then you'll see there I will post. It'll be obvious there from my post where you can enter that competition. It's very simple. It's a Google form. And then if you want to become an Inner Circle and you want to ask me questions that I will answer every week, same thing. Go to posts. You'll see it'll be under Inner Circle memberships only. And if you're a member, you're just going to see it by default. And you can ask me questions, and I'll pick one of those questions and feature it in the next episode. Okay? All right. You guys have a good week, and I'll see you next time.